Go boy, let's go Kuba. Let's go Let's go Ryan. Let's go Rue, let's go Cass. I suppose we put it up now, will we? Start talking.
I'll take you up.
Alright. Hi folks, welcome one and all from all corners of the world. We're here at Hamilton Park, brought to you today by Elite Sports Video, PowerRight and Fastcom. I'm Michael McMorrow.
And I'm Frankie Feeney.
Bringing you the best commentary here this side of the Shannon. Brought to you once again by Elite Sports Video. We have Sligo taking the field now. Very energetic young Sligo side and a beautiful day for playing rugby. Moderate to light wind, south facing, and good to go. Yeah, we're good to go. We're still waiting on Thomond. Chilling here for the moment. I'd like to point out the fact that this is my first commentary job. Just give you the heads up. I will try and keep politics out of it, but I make no promises.
It's actually my second today, Michael. I've previously worked in a capacity with Cartron United.
Yes?
Yes.
The Cartron United.
The Cartron United.
The absolute powerhouse of Cartron soccer.
That's it. That's
Unbelievable.
It. Are we going to refer to you today as Michael or Chewy?
We'll go with Chewy today. We'll keep it casual. That's how we do. And I guess we go by Frankie or Double F? Frankie, no problem, Double F. And yes, we are here, folks, now. The linesman and referee are making their way onto the pitch now. Still waiting on Thomond. Still waiting. Sligo look energetic and hungry.
Rumour has it they've actually gone back to Limerick.
That's it. Rumour has it. Oh, wait, no. Here they go. There's one fella anyway. 2, 3. Yeah, here they are. Yeah. Big contingent of supporters up in Limerick today. I'm not going to lie to you, I hate them. I've never met them before, but I do hate them, Frankie. What do you think?
At the moment, I'm okay. I'm impartial. Like we'll see after 80 minutes today. Obviously, when we win, if we win today, I'll be okay with them in the car afterwards.
Well, hopefully.
If we lose, they won't be welcome.
No. The tyres will be slashed in the bus. Usual. We'll go Philadelphia style on.
Okay, we're going to have a minute's silence here before the game.
Yes, of course. What's the minute time for? And the minute sound is over there, folks, and we are ready for kickoff. Once again, this live coverage is brought to you today by Elite Sports Video for all your elite sporting video needs. PowerRight for the right power for your security, and Fastcom, 10 times better than Slowcom.
Just the permutations today for those of you who aren't aware. Any result for Sligo which equals the Thomond result wins them the league and guarantees promotion to Division 2B of the All-Ireland League for next season. Mark Butler, the man from Strand Hill Road, about to get us underway. And we're off.
That's a nice, lovely high ball. Good to chase now. Manu Parkin's up on it. Went backwards by Thomond there. Tackled, carried in midfield. Thomond run it to their 10. Out to the wing. The wing doesn't gather it, and it goes line out to Sligo, just outside the halfway line on the Thomond side. Shane O'Hare's throwing this season has been absolutely phenomenal. He has an over 90% success rate. We'll see if we can kick off things well today. It's a slight wind coming from that side. If you can see the flag there on your live screen, shouldn't affect the throw too much, but might add a bit of extra spice to it. They've opted for the full line out here.
Set piece is always nervous early on in the game, Chewy, you know.
Oh,
I was at the game in Malahide last week. Line out was working beautifully. Clean take.
That's it. Clean take by Cassidy.
Off the top.
Ryan Feenley out to Mata. Mata bursts one tackle, two tackles. Sets up in midfield now. Pack is travelling around again now. Here's Kuba. Kubatics, ooh, he's tackled well, just can't get the momentum drive on it. He's taken up to the wing now. Here we go. James Wilson sets himself up for the carry. Mitch behind him. Carry, boom. There we go. One more. Setting up again. Mike Wells outside him. There's Matthew Cosgrove again. Breaks the first tackler, but he's brought to ground. Ryan Feely again to Mike Wells. Mike Wells goes himself. Makes a bit of space. Oh! Lovely little offload to Mark Butler from Mike Wells, but just doesn't come off. Knock on Scrum Thomond.
Positive start by Sligo.
Great.
Looking to keep the ball in hand there. That was a feature of the game last week against Malahide. Look, I think the first couple of scores are going to be crucial today.
Oh, vital. Absolutely vital, Frankie. 100%. But the scrum now, I think, if we can get dominance in the scrum early, we'll put the fear into Thomond now and make their handling errors, which we've already seen. One, a very simple pass, go. It'll get into their heads early if we can dominate this early.
A couple of guards actually just arrived. Must make sure they've paid in.
Yeah, that's it, actually, yeah. We can't have any... I'm guessing they're expecting a riot here. The tensions are high in Strandhill at the moment. Actually, I see an old member of the military, General Kieran Stafford, sitting there as well. Just welcome the General here.
A lot of Sligo celebrities out here today.
Oh, big time, big time. I think this is probably the biggest Sligo sporting event in living memory, if I remember correctly. There's a scrum there. Sligo get the early drive, but penalty to Thomond for going to ground illegally in the front row. Seems to be Connor Mitchell that the penalty was against.
Dr. Mitchell.
Dr. Mitchell, of course, sorry. MD. Thomond opting for the kick into touch. Good yardage on it. And we have a Thomond line out just at the Sligo 22.
You must have woken up this morning thinking you'd love to be out there today.
Absolutely gutted not playing today, but unfortunately they had to put on the better players, didn't they? So what can you do? But like we did a quick team run last night. And I was trying to injure as many people as I could to try and get the late call up, but unfortunately no. It was like tackling a brick wall. And a great contest there by Kieran Cassidy. Knocked the ball clean out of Thomond's hand in the line out. And knock on by Sligo from that resulting line out is another scrum. We had the physical dominance in the last one, just Connor Mitchell's feet getting away from the last time. Hopefully now if we can just hold our feet we will drive them off it, and a potential penalty here is on the cards and keep that trend going all day.
Hopefully now from my point of view these early stages are a little bit unorganised and sketchy, because it seems to me that Thomond are playing with the advantage of a fairly strong wind into the airport end there. As the crowds continue to arrive.
Yes, this place is filling up nicely now. There's a huge crowd here at Hamilton Park. It's been bigger now than the cup final against Corinthians, which Sligo won. And a great drive by Sligo. Unfortunately, Thomond do get it away. At the back to the 11. 11 on Mata. Mata swallows him up nicely. Throws him around like a rag doll. Wonderful. They go down. Thomond go down the Blythe side now. Swapped up by Mark Rooney. They're holding him up. Thomond have gotten it away. 10 back inside the 7. Taken down by Matthew Cosgrove and Manu Parkin. There we go. Ripped jersey on the 11. Ooh, he's a happy man now. He did his curls before he came out. Jersey ripped off the Thomond winger.
Not much imagination so far from Thomond. They seem to be prepared to take Sligo on physically up front. Not getting much joy out of it at the minute.
Making very little yardage now, but playing at a good pace and a good speed off the ball. Here we go, Thomond again to the wing, switch to 12, 13. I can see what they're doing. They're trying to create numbers out wide, sucking the pack in, but Sligo just bouncing up out of those tackles, not even committing to the rucks, and they're having opposition to run into straight line. The 9 goes for Little Snipe, makes 2 metres. Ryan Feely on the ball straight away, driving off it. Yes!
Penalty Sligo, to be honest with you, Sligo are going to suck that up all day. That's the wrong way to be playing against Sligo.
All day.
Running straight into them, they're going to suck that up all day.
Trying to outmuscle us and then hopefully create space out wide, but our tackling so far has been 100%. Manu Parkin doing great work there, making 3 tackles in that stage of play. So far so good. I think continues like this all day, we'll take that all day.
We must be a good 120 metres away from where Sligo are going to take this penalty. I see the ball in Mark Butler's hands. I'd actually say he could reach us.
He could now. He's got a good boost thing. The wind will be, he'll be kicking into the wind now, so I'd say he'll probably settle on just between the 22 and halfway line. You want to bet?
Yeah, I bet you're right.
No, wait, oh, halfway. There. And he opts for the halfway line, so Sligo line out on the halfway, taken by Shane O'Hare. 5 men in the line out, seems to be. Nope, 7, full line out, apologies. And we're setting in, we're setting up. Matthew Cosgrove up in the centre, and we go up for the maul. Shane Boyle on the ball straight away.
It's on.
Numbers there well. Shane Boyle peels off at the back. Ryan Feely to Cuba. Cuba breaks one tackler, takes a roll. Shane O'Hare with a lovely clean out. Thomond line the wrong side, and we get the penalty. And Ryan Feely takes a wheelie.
And they were never a 10. And they were never 10.
They were never 10 actually.
Mark Butler in the scrum half.
There's a go on Cozzy.
Mike Wells.
There it is.
There's
Here's Manu. And Rue. Rue back inside to Manu. Here we go. Swad there. Drop there at the 10 metre line. Or was that the 22? We're not too far away anyway. Thomond slowing it down now. Sligo setting up again for the big carry. Matthew Cosgrove takes a step outside, takes 3 men to put him down. Feely again with the quick ball, going to James Wilson. Wilson pops it. Whoa! Thomond nearly pick it off from the interception. It was red by their 10. Thomond ball just halfway between the 22 and halfway. Back to the Thomond fullback, kicks it back, bounces out on the Sligo winger. Philip Carter is insisting that it went out. It touched the line. Can't see with the crowd exactly, but Carter's a good lad. I don't think he lies.
But I don't think he lies.
No, he never lied. He's never lied in his life. No, yeah, that's a huge mistake from the linesman.
Nonetheless, Sligo throw probably just outside their 22, between the 22 and the 10. Sligo playing all the rugby at the minute. Thomond just trying to outmuscle Sligo. You'd actually struggle to say how they've got themselves into this position.
It's unusual now. I think Thomond of their last three wins were very narrow against Middleton, Tullamore, and they lost to Sea Point as well, down in Sea Point. So their form of late hasn't been great, but of course we could say the same as well. I think the game against Malahide last week, it was a very close game, tight physically, tight pace-wise. It was absolutely an electric match. And Callum Goddard up on it now, it's at the full-back back. Yes! Great tackle by Callum Goddard. Mark Butler kicked it downfield after that line out. A great chase by Callum Goddard, swallowed up the full-back and when support arrived, drove him into touch. We have a Sligo line out now, just between the halfway and 22 on the Thomond side. A great opportunity to attack here now. Great pace there by Callum Goddard. Oh, he's fast. He's so fast he makes fast guys look not fast. Good longest yard quote there. Great film. Shane O'Hare lines up. Another great throw and great take by Matthew Cosgrove. Shane Boyle peels off the back. Cuba and Mitch clear out. Ryan Feely now to a roll out the back. Oh, it just skips Mark Rooney out of his hands. Just a little bit too high for him to take. Philip Carter gathered well. Ruck midfield now. Ryan Feely goes blind again. Mike Wells and Mark Butler outside him. Mike goes himself. A lovely little offload to Mark Butler. Butler to Manu. Manu swallowed it at the 10. Wasn't held. Punches it. 2 metres from the line. 1 metre from the line. Cleaned out. Ryan Feely now. Oh, Ryan Feely taken. Completely taken. Advantage to Sligo. Matthew Cosgrove to Cuba. Cuba balls under the post. Try Sligo. 5-0 Sligo. Right under the sticks. What a play, Frankie.
Unreal from Sligo. Cut them.
Handbags here.
And handbags.
Let them talk, ref. Let them talk. Let them talk.
Handbags. Sometimes the kids just can't take it, huh?
That's it.
Mark Butler at the centre of that.
Let them talk.
Away, but there's a kid. 2 kids from Limerick are all over him.
Use your words. Use your words.
These boys just can't take a beating.
There was venom in that now, Frankie. There was venom in that. I think there was a little bit of afters there about Ryan being taken out from the ruck before the ball was out, and a bit of controversial over that. I think they had a few words to say about it.
Whatever about Ryan being taken out, Mark Butler was certainly taken out there.
110%.
In a ruck before that try.
Yes.
Nonetheless, though, as the referee speaks to both captains about the Limerick men's indiscipline, Sligo are at 5-0 up, about to go 7-0 up in this tight decider.
Take that all day. Man who's angry can't think straight. We'll just keep rising them all day. It's exactly like Rocky 3, I think it was, where Rocky fought B.A. Baracus. Or not B.A. Baracus, sorry, Mr. T's character. Just rise them all day. Rise them all day and you'll get that.
As the wind continues to blow in off Knocknarea towards the airport, wind that Sligo continued to play into in this first half. 7-0 Sligo.
7-0 Sligo. Mike Wells with the conversion. Beautifully taken, and he sent it straight into someone's back garden. Wonderful kick. And here we go from the restart. Thomond's a little bit slow to get back. They just seem a little bit more concentrated now. They have some sort of plan they're going to execute. 10 seems to be shedding a lot of direction to their two flankers. I reckon they might try and steal this now. Definitely probably going to go short. The pressure now will be on Kieran Cassidy coming forward. Let's see how we go. Kick off. Goes a little bit deeper towards Ryan Feely. Ryan Feely gathers well. Ryan Feely runs to Mike Wells. Mike Wells boots it out. Line out Thomond just outside the Sligo 22.
Boots the ball back to New Zealand, Mike Wells, huh?
That's it, I tell you now. A great player this season, absolutely fantastic.
A fantastic servant.
Oh, can create something out of nothing. He's an absolute magician.
In terms of big days for the town, where does this rank?
Very high. I'd say this is probably the greatest day in Sligo since Westlife were formed. I would venture to say since Westlife were created.
I would even go further and say the day Brian McFadden left Westlife and the town took ownership of Westlife back.
Yes, that's true. Actually, it's up there. It's definitely up there.
I remember the night it happened. Actually, I was dancing to Uptown Girl on Castle Street after tops.
Oh, Castle Street, a great spot for the post tops dance.
Yep.
Here we go. Oh,
ball stolen by Thomond.
Thomond steal here now. The counter attack is good.
First time we get the ball in hand.
Little jink through now. Gathered up by Cuba again. Kicking the ball when you've just after taking it back after so long losing it. It just seems like a little bit of indifference, a little bit of hastiness on Thomond's part. They just don't know how to be patient. Oh, a terrible pass by Butler. Picked up then by Thomond again, just handing possession back to Thomond. The wrong option. Stolen again by Mata. This is an absolute yo-yo possession. Ryan Feely just calming things about. Kieran Cassidy puts his hand up to crash. Crashes well. The old steel beam himself, Kieran Cassidy. Ryan Feely now to Connor Mitchell. The doctor will see you now, Thomond. Hits a lovely little hit. Drops one. Takes about 3 defenders out. Shane Boyle, the Mike Wells. Mike Wells to Matthew Cosgrove. Cosgrove goes. Oh, little offload to Callum Goddard. Just didn't come off. Gathered then by Mike Wells. Bundled into touch. So we have a Thomond line out.
Come and go quick.
Oh, come and go quick to the fullback. The referee brings it back. Crooked. Oh, it was crooked actually, yeah. Hey.
I think he's actually awarded a scrum previously to Sligo.
That'll do. Oh, hit someone in the head. The ball hit someone in the head as they threw it back in. Comical stuff. Love it. Great day out. Once again, this commentary is brought to you by Elite Sports Video on PowerRight and Fastcom for all your needs in those respective disciplines.
And also an opportunity for people who don't regularly come to Sligo to see what a beautiful county.
Oh, to see you could not ask for a more scenic venue than Hamilton Park. Under the shadow of Ben Bulben, looking out onto Sligo Bay, wonderful. And since the redevelopment of the club, the new AstroTurf pitch, the clubhouse being done up, you couldn't ask for a better venue. Considering Sligo is currently this season the most successful senior club in Connacht in terms of wins and returns. 100%. It's a great year for the club, and hopefully we do ourselves justice today. And if we continue with this trend, we should be doing well. You see Tommy Craddock, the fitness coach, taking the subs for a little run. David Heath, Big Tom, David Heath, Ross O'Boyle, Shane McGuinness, Ross Hickey, Niall Gray, and Enda Gavin on the bench here for Sligo. Great depth there.
Sligo scrum penalty. A huge moment you feel.
Wonderful.
Sligo set piece, rock solid.
Absolutely 100%. We have 100% line out return, 1 line out steal, 1 lost penalty from 1 lost scrum from a penalty, 1 turnover penalty, and 2 solid scrums of our own. The stats speak for themselves, Frankie, even at this early stage of the game.
Mark Butler with another lovely punt.
There we go.
In for a line out, just on the south side of the main stand here. Mark Butler, who's previously played rugby in Italy, in Australia. I actually got a Facebook message from Alf Stewart in Summer Bay.
Yes,
who's a huge fan of Mark.
Oh, I didn't know that, Frankie.
Yeah,
is he?
Yeah, he says he's going to close up the bait shop for today.
Rightly so.
And watch the game live.
Rightly so. Of course, we'd like to say hello to all our international listeners, especially Sean Donnelly, who didn't finish his pint in that Downing match. Mike Wells knocks it on as he was carrying the ball forward. Gathered up by Sligo again, so we'll take another scrum. But hey, if we get another penalty out of that, we'll take those scrums all day. Tactical knock-on, some might say, Frankie.
I suppose. Look, it wouldn't be fair on the crowd who've paid in today to put up a score.
No, that's
a big
for
score
sure.
earlier on.
That is for sure.
You have to keep the crowd on the edge of their seat, keep this game entertaining.
Yeah, that is for sure. In some ways, it still seems at Thomond they're still a little bit on the bus. They just really haven't fired yet. I'd say once they get to their purple patch now, we might see a difference now in tempo. But definitely their pack seems to be in trouble now. 100%. They're just kind of running out of ideas in attack and being bullied in the scrums and lineouts. And Sligo drive now. The ball is in. It's sloppy. Sligo at the drive on, but Thomond pick it up very well. 8 is tackled. 9 reverses play back to the fullback. Fullback kicks straight down towards Mark Butler. Controls it with his foot. Plenty of time to play. Mark Butler kicks downfield. Chases it. It's a curver. Philip Carter on it though. Philip Carter nails the 10. Back on the 20 on the Thomond 22. Thomond gather up again. Oh, penalty Thomond 4. Man involved in the ruck, involved in the tackle. So, yep, penalty to Thomond just on their 22. With a big win behind them as well, they can get a good bit of change out of this if they desire. Great stuff from Sligo though. 100 miles an hour. The heart, the hunger of this Sligo side is amazing, especially now from the back three, from the two wings, Philip Carter and Callum Goddard. So hungry to chase up on that ball and bring themselves into the game now. It's great to see. So Thomond have kicked that now and they have a line out just at the halfway line on the club side. Thomond are going for the 5-man line out. Hodding up near the front. We have James Wilson there contesting at the front. They're travelling back. The ref has stopped it, wants to reset it again. Oh, Thomond, they're not happy with that because it was coming off well. They had the cell at the front. They opt for the same again. Thomond pawed up at the front now. James Wilson, the big paw of Wilson.
James Wilson from Ballina, isn't it?
I think he's from Ballina or something. He has definitely something to do with Ballina. It is. Oh, just over, spilled, but gathered by Thomond. Thomond crash up in the centre with their flanker. The pack seems to be holding on the near side. The 10 boots through straight to Callum Goddard. Gathers it beautifully. Takes a step, beats his first man, and is tackled just at the Sligo 22. Gathered up well, a lot of bodies in that ruck now. Shane Boyle takes it up. Sets up a nut just left of midfield now. Shane O'Hare in the midfield. Crashes, takes 2 defenders out. Connor Mitchell clears it out along with James Wilson. Now to Kieran Cassidy, pops it on to Mike Wells. Mike Wells builds his first tackler. Swapped up by the 6 there. Ryan Feely goes right to Shane O'Hare, to Matthew Cosgrove. He has Philip Carter outside him. Cosgrove takes into contact. Sligo making hard yards now. Kieran Cassidy, same again. Takes the shortest point between 2 lines, a straight line. He loves it. Cooper to Mike. Mike with a long swooping pass. Just misses Mark Rooney, but to Callum Goddard on the far wing. Callum kicks it downfield and into touch. Back to where it was kicked from. Thomond line out at the Sligo 22.
Yeah, small break of play. We'd like to say hello to some of our worldwide listeners. Big shout out to Ted Mulvaney, running the hairdressing school down there in Australia.
That's it. Wayne O'Hara is now who's now involved in the international drinking trade. I'm not too sure what he's doing down in Australia. He's there anyway. I don't know. Cranmore on tour. Can't go wrong.
He was ran out of Sligo.
He was ran out of Sligo. Ah, sure, look. Some boy. Sean Donnelly, of course, being his mentor over there, which is just, adding petrol to the fire. But hopefully the boys get on well and they'll be looked after by an ex Sligo player, Andrew Blannon, and Shane, Big Shane. What's Shane's second name? Tansy, what's Shane's second name? What? Shane Mitchell. Shane Mitchell. I was thinking that.
Sean is topping up that tan down there, is he?
Oh, he is. He's more burned than man. He's literally so red, you cannot believe it. No, he's definitely not a fan of the sunscreen. Sligo playing well again now.
Mata, hands on ball for the first time in space.
Oh.
Great offload.
Gathered well by Mark Rooney, who gets into a bit of space. The big paw.
Just a top tackle at the end.
Tipped by the ankles.
Thomond are lying all over it. Mark Butler
has a bit of space.
Skipping and sliding. Makes yards.
Take it in. Sligo just trying to force it a little bit, going for that cheeky little offload if they come off your way. James Wilson with one bit of space there. And we've gone wide again. Mata now. Mata on the 4. Cosgrove. 1. Cam Goddard, space in front of him. Oh, just slips out of his hand. And they go up quickly. Thomond went for the quick line out, but Shane O'Hare read it, ran up, intercepted the ball, and now it's a Sligo ball just 5 metres from the Thomond line again by Thomond's mistake. And Sligo penalty, 5 metres out from the line, from Thomond lying all over the ball. Interesting what to do now, Frankie.
Well, it's a huge mistake from the line out from Thomond, and ultimately that could cost them the league. A quick line out when you're under pressure in your own 22 with nothing on. Has given Sligo an opportunity to go for points or go for the corner. Mark Butler talking around with the senior players, deciding what to do. Shane O'Boyle has a look, talking to the referee, and he says he wants a scrum.
We go for the scrum. Here we go, boys.
He goes, my team is better than yours, to the other captain, and we're going to take you for a try.
That's it. I tell you now, I think there's a great move called Ballina 2000. I won't give the specifics away, but I think it's a great scrum move to pull out here. 2000 Ballina would be absolutely ideal for this situation. It's like a front row of Connor Mitchell, Shane O'Hare and Cuba. I can't pronounce Cuba's second name, so I'll just leave it be at that. Gearing up now in the second row, James Wilson and Kieran Cassidy, 2 absolute huge blocks of men. Good fans of the tyre boxing, I believe. That's how they do most of their pre-season. 2 men stand in a tyre and box, and the last man standing wins. And ball is in. Static at the moment. Good drive from both sides. Still static. Ryan Feely digging at the back to Mike Wells. Thomond looking a bit offside. Mata crash back inside. He's 1 metre away. 1 metre away. Oh, a little pop out to Matthew Cosgrove. Knocks it on. Thomond boot it downfield. Mark Rooney gets there first before them. A great turn of pace there. Cleaned out now by Philip Carter and Mark Butler. That ruck is an absolute mess. Oh, Ryan Feely away. Colm Goddard now wrapped up. The Thomond scramble defence is absolutely electric. They just seem to pounce if there's any mistake at all. And Cuba, and we've got numbers out wide. We've got Shane O'Hare. We've got a 3-on-1. We've got Shane O'Hare outside him. Oh, Mata again. Mata, 1 metre from. Yes! Reaches, tackled before the line. 1 metre, reaches out the big Tongan paw and puts it down for a score for Sligo. A try right in the corner. A tough kick, but what a play. What a play, Frankie.
I just don't know how you can beat this Sligo team, Chewy. Oh. You think you had them on the back foot.
My God.
You live offside when you're defending your own line. You actually were offside. You boot the ball clear. You think, trouble over. You're chasing 1 man back. You think we have this covered. Colm Goddard, he gets out of, I don't know what. Out of a hole.
How did we do that?
Thornton himself, he gets out of it.
Oh my God.
Sligo are on their way again. Mata into the corner. 12-0
Sligo, yeah.
Conversion to come.
Electric pace. Great viewing by Shane O'Hare, Matthew Cosgrove and Mata there down the blindside wing. A beautiful 3-on-1 option. Unfortunately, Matthew Cosgrove couldn't keep up with the pace of the electric Shane O'Hare, unfortunately, but he's a busy man with the engagement now, or the word on the street. Oh, that's all hearsay. It's all conjecture. But the writing's on the wall. Mike Wells getting ready for the conversion. Boots it. It's short.
Oh,
just a little short.
Looked over to me. Looked over to me. And meanwhile, the Thomond 13 actually had to go with the linesman there.
He did. Unreal. What a time to be alive, folks. What a time to be alive. Absolutely electric stuff here at Hamilton Park. Once again brought to you by Elite Sports Video, Powerite and Fastcom.
I woke up this morning and I thought at the time I was down the village.
The VIP.
The VIP. Something pints watching Big Brother on Channel 4.
Yes.
Iron Mike Tyson comes on. And it's this girl from London. She was on Big Brother. What does Iron Mike say to the crowd?
What?
He wants to bring her on a date to Sligo.
Yes.
When she gets out.
Wonderful.
The meanest, baddest man in the world, Iron Mike Tyson.
Iron Mike Tyson.
And he knows about Sligo, huh?
Oh, that's it. Oh, but of course, Sligo is infamous around the world now, of course, voted #1 by Vogue magazine. Oh, lovely off-road by Matthew Cosgrove to Kuba. Kuba absolutely breaks 3 tackles. They cannot just put him down. Ryan Feely now out the blind side. We've got numbers out. Shane O'Hare opts with the shortest route. Makes 5 metres in contact. Ryan Feely now at the back. Manu Parkin puts his hand up. Manu into contact, takes 2 defenders out of it. Cleaned out by James Wilson and Kuba. Ryan Feely again to Mike Wells now. They have numbers out the back to Mark Butler. Mark Butler turns into space. Here's the 5 outside him. Oh, lovely ball back inside the Cal Goddard. Off to Shane Boyle. Shane Boyle, 10 metres from the Thomond line. Set up now. Ryan Feely here, plays it on the ground. Great bit of play. Mark Rooney punches through. Drives, pumps the legs. Cleared out by James Wilson. We're 5 metres in line. Mike Wells to Shane O'Hare. Shane O'Hare cuts back inside. Cuts back inside into the safety of contact and the safety of Kieran Cassidy. Will clear out that ruck. Ryan Feely to Mike Wells. Mike Wells puts the head down now. Drives through, drives the legs. Cleared out by Matthew Cosgrove and Manu Parkin. They're setting up narrow now. Sligo punch it. Matthew Cosgrove with the punch. Cleared out now by Kieran Cassidy and Shane Boyle.
There's Mata.
Mata now going for
Mata looking for work.
Looking for work. Every Sligo player is bringing themselves into this game, hungry for work, putting their hand up, putting their body on the line, putting the team on their back. Kuba drives on.
Held up 5 out.
There's numbers on that wide side.
Huge numbers on the far side for Sligo. Oh, pass doesn't go to hand.
Just hit as the ball
Sligo
left
still have. Slow ball this time.
Connor Mitchell with the pick and go.
Dr. Mitchell actually doing a big stint now. He must have gone through half an hour.
That's it. Oh,
well picked up.
Well picked up by Matthew Cosgrove. A ball skimming along the bottom of the ground. Well taken by Matthew Cosgrove. Ball is into the safety of contact now. Sligo happy to just go through the phases, build and build. Patience, great patience now shown by this Sligo team.
Huge numbers here. It's got to be a score for Sligo. And
there it is! Lovely bit of hands by Mike Wells, Mark Butler to Shane O'Hare, cuts back.
Shane O'Hare is in again.
And yes, once again, Thomond decide to talk with their fists. Not happy at all.
Although the touch judge is just going in under the sticks.
A great
19-0 to Sligo, and you gotta feel
17-0. We missed the last conversion.
17-0 to Sligo. And you got to feel that the next few minutes could really decide this game,
yes.
which way it goes. The discipline in the Thomond side, I must say, is absolutely disgraceful.
It is shocking now. I mean, they're drifted. They're playing as 15 individuals rather than a team. They just don't seem to trust an inside man. You have groups of 2 or 3 trying to create something rather than this. What we're seeing from the Sligo team now is absolute cohesion. It's wonderful to see. I mean, no one's being greedy. It's just a fantastic bit of play. And it all comes down from Ross Mannion's no-nonsense coaching style. You're part of something bigger here in Sligo, and every player has really bought into it this season. Mike Wells with the conversion now. A deathly silence falls over Hamilton Park. The wind rises. And just short and right by that kick. So the score is 17-0 Sligo. You can't fall asleep now though, because this Thomond side do have electric pace and look like they can score from anywhere if a chink opened up in our armour.
To me, just Sligo have to keep their discipline, keep the 15 men on the pitch. I think Thomond is the only way that they can upset this Sligo side is not playing rugby, bring this down to a dogfight is what they want to do. They're not being allowed at the minute. Sligo just need to keep going the way they are. Must have about 10 minutes left in this half as Thomond get us underway again. Butler boots the leather out of the ball.
Thomond fullback now who pops it off to their sub-winger. No, the first starting winger with the New Jersey. The winger boots it downfield and it's a line out to Sligo, just on the Sligo 5 metre line. A great kick by the Thomond winger.
Finds a great touch in fairness to him.
Oh, wonderful.
Liam Brock and Dermot Fitzgerald there interchanging between each other.
That's it.
It's a line out to Sligo, just on the Sligo 5 metre line.
Keep talking. We've lost picture.
Oh, we've lost. Well, sorry, folks. We've lost picture here at the moment. But trust me, between myself and Frankie, we will paint a picture with our words clearer than the highest definition of cameras. And it's taken there. The line out goes well for Sligo. Taken by Matthew Cosgrove for the 2. Booted downfield by Ryan Feely, who's gathered up by the Thomond wing. The Thomond wing to their fullback. They spread it wide now. They have a 3-on-3. The winger steps. Mark Butler comes in, takes the tackle. Set up now. Oh, Referee blowing that up now at the moment for that tackle.
Penalty Thomond.
Is that Mark Butler high?
Mark Butler could be in trouble there. High tackle, not with the arms, possibly with the head. Referees call him over. I'd say just for a brief talk.
Oh, a yellow card. Yellow card from Mark Butler.
Yeah.
Take it yourself, ref!
Mark won't be happy with that. He's had a couple of words with one of the Thomond lads.
This is fake news, don't worry about it.
Yeah, he got in a bit close there, but look, I suppose that's what Mark brings in physicality. Tried to get up there to make the wrap. Yeah. Got there a little bit early. There was a clash of heads. Nothing intentional is the official word.
Yeah, I know.
Different.
I getting up and running.
Thomond are discussing which way to go. We go to the corner, or will we take a scrum?
Thomond look like they're opting for the kick to touch.
They've gone to the corner. Well, in fact, they've just kicked it out straight.
Not ideal. I think Thomond's track record at lineouts this game hasn't been great. I think they've only gotten one clean lineout out of their 4. 2 overthrows gathered up by Thomond again, albeit, and 1 steal by Kieran Cassidy. So
here's a pressure throw for the hooker.
Big pressure throw now.
Maybe 18 out.
They go in the middle. They go for the maul. The Sligo defensive maul driving them back, but it's still set on Thomond. They have possession. Thomond trying to get that secondary drive on, peeling to the right. James Wilson coming through the centre legally, trying to get the hand to the man at the back. Just not clean. Great maul defence by Sligo. Great maul. It's going absolutely nowhere for them. It's shunting. No, it's starting to turn.
Another penalty for Thomond.
Penalty for Thomond for bringing that maul down illegally. And they have to go quick. They go quick with the winger.
Again, totally unstructured play.
Yeah.
And they're all appealing for penalties again. One-off runners. And Sligo will lap that up all day. Another one-off runner with a latch.
What?
Do they?
What?
As the crowd tell us that they have Facebook in Limerick as well. I'm not sure if that's true, but however.
We'd like to say hello to any Thomond supporters watching today. We'll try to be unbiased, but let's be realistic. We're not going to be. We're definitely biased. Let's be realistic here. Oh,
Thomond number 6.
That's it. Take it by Sligo.
Feely is away.
Feely wrapped up there on the Sligo 22. Gathered. The ruck is clear. The ruck is clean. Thomond just stealing from the ruck. Thomond for holding on the ground. Tensions are flying high. Thomond appealing for a penalty. A little bit of frustration eking out, and just a little bit of ill discipline. Getting the hands in, just really, really up in Sligo's face at the moment. Just really challenging them physically and verbally as well, as it seems. And they've opted for the line out again, just on the Sligo 10-metre line. The Thomond pack just having a word about what to do.
Well, that's it, Hughie. I'm not sure if they're asking the right questions of this Sligo side. You know, this Sligo side will answer those questions all day, physically and verbally, if you want.
That's for sure.
Malahide asked some different questions last week at Sligo and got some results in the end. Thomond haven't asked those questions yet, and I'm not sure if they have the ability to do so.
Of course, the travel could have affected, and they go for the maul again. A beautiful maul, Peel, but it's dropped legally, fallen by an own Thomond player. Nope. The ref has blown it up there.
There was the second one put through.
Another Thomond penalty.
I know, I'm trying to fix it here.
All right, is it? Is it a Thomond scrum? I think it's a Thomond scrum. It could have been a knockout.
I just haven't got a picture.
Is it a knock on the line? No, it's a penalty. It's a penalty. And they go for they opt for the line out again.
Perfect.
This will suit Sligo though. Just keep slow play, keep defending. It's not in the ideal of situations, but eat up that clock until we get our fifth, until we get Mark Butler back.
Look, it's still 17-0 Sligo. They're playing against a huge wind. Thomond do need a score, but again, this is comfortable defending for me for Sligo.
Yeah. Now, Sligo's maul defence all year hasn't been ideal. We've conceded 70% of our tries have come from mauls, from opposition mauls. So it's just something we've been trying to work on, but it's just at this area of the season it's hard to focus on. And Thomond getting ready for the line out, up in the centre again, going for the maul. The sack doesn't come off. Thomond still have. It's just, Thomond have. It's a ruck. They're picking and going just outside the Sligo 5-metre line. Very close to the edge. They're appealing for a try. Ref says it's held up. Sligo scrum on the 5-metre line. Great defence by Sligo. Absolutely immense. Let them run into us all day.
But again, it's comfortable defending for Sligo. They're going to lap that up all day, Chewy, you know. And look, as you point out to the stats, what 70% of
70% of our league tries to come from mauls.
and 100% of them have been scored by the opposition players.
Correct. Once again, folks, brought to you by Elite Sports Video, Power Right, and Fastcom. If you're annoyed with the quality of video. Shout out Aaron Tansey.
Sligo man down. He's down at the airport end. I can't quite see who it is.
I think it's either James Wilson or Kieran Cassidy. No, it might be Kieran Cassidy. I can tell by the haircut.
He
got the game day haircut.
Yeah.
I think it was in Zagros.
Zagros.
Yeah, fine spot for the haircut.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no. I did the flame with the ears and everything. It's great. And a hot towel shave there.
I've had it done myself.
Oh, hot towel shave there is top of the range. Personally, I wouldn't have much facial hair to shave, but I just enjoy being pampered.
Doesn't seem to be too much concern on the Sligo bench. I see Mark Butler there feeling sorry for himself.
Feels a bit hard done by, and I do believe he was a little bit hard done by. It wasn't an absolute, clothesline. It was wrapped around, and his shoulder kind of got a bit into your man's head. It happens. It's a physical game, but the ref just maybe get a bit more leniency towards Thomond with the early high score.
Look, Mark Butler, out of all people, knows that the longest journey is fraught with danger, but the reward at the end is one to savour. There'll be plenty more playing time on the pitch for Mark today.
Oh, 100%.
Mark my words.
Much like a veteran Sligo player, Rory Kearns just used to perfectly get yellow cards because 80 minutes of rugby just wasn't in him. It was a fitness thing more than anything else. I think he averaged 14 yellow cards in one season. Just lack of fitness is the word on the street.
Rory Kearns, I don't remember. I remember playing minis, about 4 foot nothing.
Yeah, roughly around that. 4 foot 1, I think, in boots.
He's had a bit of a growth spurt since
a little bit of one. Yeah. He's currently over in England, and if he's listening today, hello Rory. How are things? Please don't kill me next time you see me.
So Thomond are taking a bit of a breather there, and they've opted for the scrum.
Oh no, it's Sligo scrum. Held up.
Will I see a Thomond scrum?
What?
Thomond
it is a Thomond scrum. What?
About 6 or 7 out. They get a small bit of push on 8 picks
drives.
and put the ground straight away.
By Shane Boyle. On that, boys.
Thomond used the back line this time. They've a 2-on-2 out wide.
Callum Goddard on with his opposite wing. Got it.
Out wide.
The Thomond wing spins out of it.
Put the ball carrier down.
Thomond go. They're going
Thomond go backwards slightly. Big forwards in the middle.
Steal by Sligo.
Sligo won the ball. Steal. And there's an opportunity to go wide.
Mike Wells bursts around the 7 and it's brought back.
And the referee has brought it back. There's a Sligo man down.
2 Sligo men down. No, the 2 other guys got up.
And you'd have to wonder why the referee is talking to Shane O'Boyle. You'd have to wonder what that's for. Surely he should have played the advantage to Sligo there.
One would imagine.
But of course, out wide.
The ball just went wide so quick. The ref probably didn't see it. That's how electric this Sligo backline is. I mean, you can pass faster than the eye can see. But
possibly a bit of a serious injury here for Sligo man.
Down.
Again, we're down the clubhouse corner of the ground. We're looking up towards the airport end. On the Sligo 22, we have a Sligo man down, receiving attention at the minute. I'm not sure what the referee has blown this up for, but you'd have to think that.
Yeah, it's. Sorry, I've just received breaking news there, all the way from the Southern Hemisphere. Shout out to Conor Kieran's and the man in the red wife beater. It's a Sligo wife beater. No idea who he is. Kind of handsome. Looks a little bit confused though. Shout out to all the listeners all around the world today.
I'd like to give a big shout out to my old mate Jordan Farrington if he's listening. Saw him on Facebook during the week. Hopefully you're having a couple of tins somewhere, Jordy, tuning in and enjoying what you're seeing. Miss you, boy.
That's it. Oh, Jared Keeney as well, all the way in Canada. Flat out. Best comment. You're much better.
He's certainly not talking about you, Jimmy.
Yeah. Oh well.
Look, I made those mistakes my first day commentating.
Ah, sure, look.
Don't worry about it.
We'll go. We're getting good at it now. We're getting good at it now.
We've got picture back.
And I believe we've got picture back.
That's it. Here we go, boys.
Those of you who had us on silent, no change in the score.
Still 17-0.
17-0. Sligo have withstood a small bit of pressure there in the last 10 minutes. Although the invention from Thomond is, well, look, if these two teams were working in factories, Sligo would be working for Willy Wonka. Creating dreams for men, women and children.
Yeah.
The Thomond boys be working in a recycling plant.
Oh, who's the other guy in Willy Wonka? Slugworth. Yeah, he was the guy who tried to steal all the Willy Wonka stuff.
Yeah. He'd be working for Thomond.
Maybe, well, yeah, correct. Ah, bastard. Oh, and here we go. Sligo penalty from that infringement, and we have a Sligo line out just on the Sligo side of the halfway line. The Sligo pack walking up slowly towards it. They're going for the 4-man, sorry. Nope, 5-man line out.
You got a feeling if there's a score here before half time, this game could be put to bed.
Dummy in the middle. Matthew Cosgrove just taken out of his hands by Thomond, but gathered up by Ryan Feely to Shane Boyle in the centre. Bulls his way through. Cleared out now by Manu Parkin and Mata. Ryan Feely now out the back to Kieran Cassidy. Kieran Cassidy in the 12 breaks the tackle. Nope, just wrapped up then by the second centre for Thomond. Ryan Feely opting to go the blind side again to Mike Wells with Philip Carter outside him. Carter wrapped up, offloads back in to Mark Rooney. Forward pass.
Oh, I'm not sure.
Oh, that looked
I'm not
controversial.
100% sure. I think the shouts, the cries of desperation from the Thomond boys
It was
influenced the referee.
directly in front of the Sligo bench, and they were screaming that it was level. So supposedly you could have built a house on it. It was so level. But here we go anyway. Thomond scrum. Another opportunity for Sligo to show their pack dominance, possibly drive them off the ball here. Another 2,000 ball now, I reckon, should do the job. Shane Boyle leading on his troops, and Thomond ready to put the ball in. The Thomond front row was setting awful high. Just didn't really probably have the Peter Bracken the scrum training that Sligo had 2 seasons ago, where we actually did a 15-man scrum drill. It was eye-opening. 3 years ago.
Yeah.
3 years ago.
Peter Bracken, scrum doctor.
The scrum doctor.
Scrum doctor.
That's it.
Look, this is a serious unit operating here in Sligo. Ex-Irish international Mike Ross.
Yes.
Got absolutely done in the scrum last week.
By not only our starting prop Cuba, but also the sub prop who came on, Ross O'Boyle. He has put that in the CV now as dominating Mike Ross. Thomond get a good early drive on, cleaned out the back to the 10. Skip out to the fullback. Mark Rooney on the fullback. They have a 2-1. The fullback cuts back inside, chips through. Bastards.
Cleaned up by Colin Goddard. Sligo defending their own line there, probably about 10 metres out. Again, look comfortable enough playing into this strong wind.
That's the half.
And it decided just to end the half 17-0 up.
Yep.
It's a great half of rugby.
A great half of rugby, and we're playing all the rugby so far against the wind, looking into the sun. Sligo now have a great, strong opportunity. It's ours to lose now at the moment.
Folks, the picture's going to be lost there for a couple of minutes while we change over a bit of stuff. But myself and Chewy here will continue to talk so long as somebody goes to the bar and gets us a couple of pints.
That sounds like a great idea. Let's try and get a half-time interview with someone. Who's around? Gonna make you a hero.
Chewy's going to go out there and try and get Mickey to have a few words.
Mickey,
while I sum up.
will you have a small half-time interview with all the international listeners?
First half, from Sligo's point of view. You know, three tries to zip. Thomond showing very little invention in the first half, and Sligo were lapping this up in front of this huge crowd. I must say it's probably the best day of the year weather-wise, Chewy. We must be up 16, 17 degrees. I'm wearing the scarf.
Exactly, yeah. No,
I'm wondering, should I have brought the sunscreen today? I'm going to get burnt.
I know, it's an absolutely fantastic day in Strandhill. I'm sweating buckets here now, and that's not just from the worry over the result of the match, even though it's quite comfortable at the moment. It could really turn at any moment, but it's a fantastic day here in Strandhill. Definitely t-shirt time. And here at half-time we have